Now we're going to see how we can use the backstage view. The backstage view is where we get most of the functions that control Excel, or how Excel is presented to us, including the Excel layout, the number of sheets that you see when you launch Excel, and it's quite a number of other things. So let's dive in and see what the backstage view looks like. To see the backstage view, you'll have to click on File, and then when you click on File, you're going to see quite a number of things that I'm going to go through now. On the left hand side, you will see this arrow at the topmost left hand side top. This arrow, if you click it, you go back to Excel workbook where you see your spreadsheets. That's the first arrow. After that, you see info. If you click on info, you should be able to see information about the workbook that you have opened, like the size of the workbook. Here it says not yet saved because this is a new workbook. If I save it, it will then calculate the size of the workbook. Title, I can add a title of this workbook, and I can add tags. I can add a category. If I add a category to this workbook, this is what you are going to see when you are looking at the workbook in a folder. A folder can arrange these workbooks by category. Last modified date. There is no last modified date because this is a new workbook. Date created, you can see the date is today and the time it was created. Last printed, if it was printed, you can see it here. Related people, the people who, the author of the document, and any person who has modified the document, like in this case says last modified by, it's not yet saved, so no one has modified it. So this is the info that you get when you click on info. New. When you click on new, you'll be able to create a new workbook, and with this you can click a blank. You can make a blank workbook, or you can use any of the given templates to open a new workbook. You can have more workbooks by searching online. If you search online, and you're connected to the internet, you will be able to get more workbooks that are already designed for you, which are called templates online, and you can start from there and you can start modifying it. If you click on open, you'll be able to open a new workbook, and you can open it from your OneDrive. You can open from this PC, or you can browse your computer to open a workbook. And here on the right, you will see all the workbooks that you have worked on recently. They will be showing here. If you click on save, you'll be able to save the current workbook, and this current workbook can be saved in OneDrive. It can be saved on this PC. You can add another place where you want to save, like Dropbox. We can also browse where you want to save this workbook when you click on save as. On print, you should be able to print this current workbook, and I have a full video on printing workbooks which I am going to go through with you. But for now, I just wanted to show you that when you click on print, you see a print preview here of the workbook, and then you can manipulate the workbook on the left hand side here. Share, you can share this workbook and save it to cloud, or you can send it to email. You can share with specific people. Export, you can export this as a PDF or XPS, and publish. You can also publish this by uploading it as well. And close, you can close this workbook by clicking on close. Account will show you the version of Excel that you're using, and it will actually give you an option to download updates as well, and change the background of your office, give a theme that you want, etc., etc. Feedback will if you want to give feedback to Microsoft, say if you want to say I like something about Excel, you can click here and give the update. If you want to say don't like something about Excel, you can tell them that I don't like this and this, so that they can improve Excel. If you have a suggestion, you can suggest to Microsoft on some of the things that you want them to change on Excel. And lastly, I'm going to look at options. With options, there is a field of things that you can change on options. I'm going to run a video on how you change these things on options. Like if you look at the font, when you open your workbooks, what font do you want to be default, and what is this font size that you want in your workbooks? When you open workbooks, how many sheets do you want to have in your workbook? In this case, there is one sheet. If I want like 3 sheets, I can put this to 3, and then I'll have 3 sheets as I open my workbook. There are many other things there that you can look at. We are going to look at them one by one. So that's it. This is how you can customize your Excel, or things that you can see in the